Welcome to the Patriots Lab, where we ain't even trying to make them liberals mad. Cause freedom of speech is what us individuals have. It's the gift when we gab, talking about things that the brainwash cannot mentally grasp, like staying loud and waving our American flags. This is for the free thinkers, wearing their MAGA and wearing the cags. Draining the swamp is the ultimate goal, but the sheeple will swear it's a fad, like it's just a phrase. But when we show them the facts, the fools got nothing to say. And deep government state wanna get up in our face, but hasn't done it yet cause Trump's in the way, trying to protect us from a troublesome fate. And because of that, we'll never lose our faith, plus God keeping us cool and safe. But I still hope we get 4 more years so we could throw a huge parade. I can see it now, Patriots on a float, and POTUS will go down in history as one of the GOATs. For making the swamp pay for taking every one of his votes. His enemies are the cancer, whether or not Trump give him the smoke. Now relax it back and take notes, as we kick facts with the homie Ray though. Speak your mind, in the Patriots Lab. It's freedom time, in the Patriots Lab. Where we ain't even trying to, we make them liberals mad. I said speak your mind, in the Patriots Lab. It's freedom time, in the Patriots Lab. Where we not even trying to, we make them liberals mad. I said, speak your mind, in the Patriots Lab. It's freedom time, in the Patriots Lab. Where we not even trying to, we make them liberals mad. Speak your mind, it's freedom time. Without even trying to, we make them liberals mad.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Good afternoon, people, patriots, whoever you consider yourself to be. I am having major technical issues right now that I'm dealing with. So you drop your comments, like, share, subscribe. Please share. I am going to try to get out some shares, but this is really ticking me off this morning. So just bear with me. And matter of fact, what I'm going to do, I see I got some eyeballs popping up here, so we're going to get into some actual and factual. I'm going to go ahead while I send out the links, and if I do go down, I'll try to get back up. But this is what we're going to do before we get into it. I've been down for a couple of days. YouTube and Facebook have been messing with your boy. But we're going to get into it. Y'all see the title. Friday Noon Break, the lab talks the latest, but not the greatest things happening in America today. And I want to play a clip before I get into it, because we've been talking about the people over in Hawaii and what they're dealing with. And I'm going to let a visitor that came to a town meeting by the name of BJ PENN. And he's going to be able to say it best. And I'm going to go ahead and send out these shares.
Hawaii native and former UFC champ BJ PENN showed up at one of these community hearings and gave everybody a piece of his mind.
We come here to talk about something, and then you guys start fighting back with us. You work for us. You don't talk to your boss like that, right? Who talks to their boss like that? Shame. Shame is when you steal. Shame is when you do something behind everybody's back. Look at Josh Green, how weak man. What happened? I came inside, what? He got to go check his BevD's? What is going on? He only signs the bill to further his political career. So what is next? He let go for president. And that's what you guys look for. Oh, that's the guy I look up to. The guy who screws everybody over to get to the top. Come on. That's not what Hawaii is about. Aloha is the law.
Hawaii native and former MMA world champ BJ PENN joins me now. So, BJ, when you're at these meetings, and I salute you because that was a lot of passion and we needed to hear that. Do these politicians, are they actually arguing with the community?
You know, yes, they actually do argue with the community. They really did forget. They really forgot what this was about. And you're a public servant. You're here to serve the people, you know, and I use the word waiter just, you know, as a servant, just trying to show them that that's why you're here. You're here for us. And I knew because I ran for governor, and I knew that, you know, as soon as I get in, that would be my first words: at your service.
Public service. That's actually specifically what the title is to be a politician. So the governor, you heard him say on CNN that he'll rebuild, he'll build back better, to use the political jargon the day, once he hears from Hawaiians what they want, haven't you been telling him what you want?
Exactly. When he was first asked what was he going to do with Lahaina, he said, "I don't want any foreigners coming in, so the state will take Lahaina." Never once did Josh Green say, "I'm going to check with the people of Lahaina. They're ready. I really want to talk to them first. Before I do anything, I'll talk to the people of Lahaina." He never said that once.
So how is the community feeling right now? Describe the level of mistrust, trauma, outrage. Let us know.
I mean, it is. They say that this is a left. The state is very left, and it's that type of state. But I think everybody's starting to pick up real quick about what's going on, about the agenda, about, you know, the state wants to take over everything, and it's always been that way. Hawaii has always been a socialist, communist, you know, state, and it's time to get out of it. The people are in the position right now with the tax assessment, the assessment property tax. It's killing everybody. Everybody's going to have to leave. You got people who've been here for generations who will never move. Yet somebody next to them will sell their house for $10 million, and now this guy has got to pay the tax on it. Everybody's going to be forced out unless we do something.
So people are taking advantage of the situation already. It's the highest tax state. Now there's a whole swath of land that there's no property on it. What have you seen and what have you heard that people are up to?
Well, it's odd things when we're at this last meeting, and never once did they say anything different. I think they're just in a hush-hush mode. And, you know, they did this emergency proclamation, which canceled the Sunshine Law. So,
Okay, I'm back. I had to cut that because I seen that they were going to try and clip my feed. But Mama Mona, remember, people, patriots, if you want to come on, and it's crazy because during my broadcast right now, Facebook just locked me. So the video is still going, but as far as being able to send out any links or sharing anything, I cannot share this video content right now. I'm glad they're still allowing me to stay up and run for the moment. But yeah, if you can get this out, share it. The link to StreamYard, if you want to come in, please go ahead, take it down off the screen, and come on into the green room, and I will go ahead and bring you back. Let me make sure I got some volume. Okay, I got volume. But you know, when this all started, the fire and everything in Maui, we understood that it was possibly the most tragic fire, wildfire, or however they're claiming it to be, in American history. But I've always told people I don't judge things off of actions. I try to use reactions to put some of my pieces together when I do. And what I've found is there are a lot of important people that aren't too worried about what's going on in Maui right now. We have some rich people that live in that area, that have invested interest in that area. But nowhere are you seeing or witnessing the energy of these people trying to come together and help this community. And then when you hear people like BJ Penn, who is there and seeing for himself, we are seeing it, but we are witnessing it, but he's living it. And that, when that can give him a sense of this is what's happening. You heard him say that the mayor said that they were going to possibly let the state take it over. You know, nowhere are they talking about helping these people maintain the land that they had. It seems like they're ready to develop. It seems like they have a lot of things in the works. But at the same time, it seems that none of those have anything to do with the people that actually lived there. Mama Mona, you're going to have to take the link off of the screen because Facebook they are not letting me send out the links to share through StreamYard, unfortunately. So it's, you know, it's starting to be that time. But and while I'm on it, y'all if y'all know King Blitz, this is a brother that's been on the airways for a while for the movement, for the mega movement, and he's been bringing the actual and factual, and they just demonetized him, cut him down, took everything that this man has worked hard for and built up and established, and to see somebody go through what I go through, but on a higher level, hey, it kind of lets me know that you know, this thing we're doing, coming on here, putting all of our invested time and effort and in some cases finances into a situation that you have no control over anymore, is a daunting task. So prayers out to him. And I'm just glad I'm back up on the airways. I've been down for a minute because I guess they know that things are coming around the bend. I guess they know things are coming around the bend. I'm going to play a clip. Y'all have heard what's been going on up in New York City with Eric Adams. Let me see if I can get this clip up here for you guys. But all of a sudden, Eric Adams is crying a whole new tune about what's going on in New York City. But we remember, Eric. We remember. Roll the clip, Ray.
Flux of migrants. Speaking at a town hall meeting tonight on the Upper West Side, the mayor said that he doesn't see an end to this problem as the city is not getting enough support from the feds.
Destroy New York City. We're getting 10,000 migrants a month. Now we're getting people from all over the globe have made their minds up that they're going to come through the southern part of the border and come into New York City.
The mayor says the city currently supporting 110,000 asylum seekers that have arrived in the 5 boroughs since April of 2022.
Okay, what do we have going on here? Everything is all over the place. Let me give some shout outs. Gail Bice, Gordon Azodiak, who else? Frank Houseworth, Bonnie Teisman, Drake, Yvonne Gomez. They are really messing with your boy and every technical equipment that he has. I just had another monitor go off. Mama Mona, how are you? How are you?
Oh, very, very busy.
I can't wait to see you in November.
I can't wait to see you either. I'm looking forward to it. Did you get my note about t-shirts?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Yeah, our slogan for this event is banding together, and we're kicking it off with the Battle of the Bands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a play on words there. We're going to band together at this event. And the Battle of the Bands is on the 5th of November. And it is open to the public, and vets are free.
Okay. 5th November, and vets are free. Y'all hear that, veterans? It's a day for you, so get out there. It's in Branson, Missouri. Branson, Missouri. Yeah, I was talking to Randy Gressenbeck, and he had asked me if I was coming to an event he was hosting. I told him, I said, no, I missed Branson last year. I'll be dang if I miss it this year. I'm not going to miss it this year.
Hey, good news. I talked with Clay Cooper, who is one of our aldermen also. Not only is a big country star, but he's a member, one of our aldermen. And I spoke with him yesterday about getting tickets to a show for the raffle and stuff. And I asked him to join us in the Patriot Stroll. And he says, I got a couple of company cars, that say Clay Cooper on it, theater. He says, I ought to do that. I was like, yeah, and you need to encourage all the rest of the aldermen and the mayor to join in too.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Have you heard back yet if that could be possible?
Well, Clay Cooper, I spoke with him personally in the lobby of his theater yesterday. So he's going to help push it. And I already gave him an invitation at the alderman meeting. So.
What's up, B? We got YouTube in the house. Everything is good now. They've been messing with me here. And I really didn't think I was back open on YouTube. So that's a good sign. I love seeing that red camera thing there, little boxy thing. So wow, it's happening, people. It's happening, and I know it's happening when they start messing with my. I want to use the big word today, my apparatuses. If I said that correctly, y'all know what I'm talking about. But we see what's going on, man. Y'all see the title, Friday Noon Break, the lab talks the latest, but not the greatest things happening that's going on today. I just showed a clip of Eric Adams. And it's funny, because this is the same Eric Adams that just over a year and a half ago was open arms, welcoming illegals to come.
Loving his sanctuary city.
Loving his sanctuary city. So he wound up with a plethora of illegals. And he just thought he was going to start strategically putting them everywhere in New York City, hijacking schools and hijacking churches and hijacking hotels. Well, he's hijacking hotels. Well, not really. Because if you notice, they're sleeping outside. So, what's wrong with that picture? If you haven't seen the videos of the Roosevelt Hotel down in New York City, Manhattan, I urge you to get on YouTube and just look at the conditions that's going on outside of the Roosevelt Hotel down in Manhattan. And the nerve of Eric Adams. He don't want to blame Joe. In a roundabout way, he'll blame Joe. You know how he'll blame Joe? By saying, what the governor in Texas is doing is inhumane, and I don't see how he could be doing this. Dude, do you really think...
Biden is signing an executive order to force Texas to keep them in Texas. I think they should be forced to stay in Mexico or go home.
Well, that's a lost cause right there. The border's wide open. See, this is another thing. And I'm so glad that Americans are giving the middle finger and the pushback to the potential of an upcoming second lockdown. Because they finally decided to let common sense take over their emotions. What's the use of having a lockdown if you're allowing illegals to come across through the border? I mean, that's like you putting a Band-Aid on one cut while you still cutting yourself on the other side because you're trying to stop the bleeding. It's totally contradictory of what this state is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying, Mama? You wanna lock us down. You wanna tell us that there's a second variant, but you're allowing all these illegals to come through. No man, no nothing. So even if we do lock down, even if it's a never-ending cycle, and Americans are tired of it. Americans are tired of it. So they got these barriers out there, these orange big balls, that the Biden administration tried to stop them from putting across the riverways and stuff that connect the sides. Why would they do that? We don't want people to drown. Well, people ain't got no business trying to swim out there. That's when their common sense should kick in and say, yo, we can't make it over that 8-foot ball or 10-foot ball. We just can't do it. So I am so glad that there was a judge that stopped the injunction and put a cease and desist on that little order he was trying to do right there. These people, they something else. They something else. And Joe Biden, at the end of the day, it ain't no possible, no maybe, no could be. Joe Biden will go down as if the history books write it 10, 20 years from now, Joe Biden would have gone down as the most corrupt president America has ever had. At least in Watergate, Nixon ain't had nothing to, they was just spying and shit. They conducted this shit. See, Nixon, I think the Watergate was a cover-up. That's all they was. It was the one part of a cover-up. But what these people are doing, they are actually initiating the crime and trying to cover it up. But the cat is out the bag. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Mama Mona, we've been fighting for so long just for Americans to wake up. I mean, yeah, we've been fighting for change. And we've been fighting, for people to get down there and write your local people and get down there locally and all that. But the most important thing before anything and all that can happen, people first have to recognize that there's a situation at hand. And finally, it seems. Now, I'm not one for numbers. But damn it, when the numbers are so far off, I gotta look at them. They're saying that Donald Trump, because what people don't realize, when there is a national crisis, all the little pockets that got their issues going on, put that shit to the side. Take care of the national crisis, and then we can get back to our little side shit that we had going on. Whatever it is, our conflict, whatever, all that. But first things first. And that is exactly what has happened. Joe Biden, you were right. You did one great thing, brother. You did one great thing. You really united America. Because other than Kennedy, and they say Ronald Reagan, because of the things we were dealing with, you ain't got to worry about a landslide. You ain't got to wait till the election to see a landslide. When Donald Trump is up, I ain't even going to say Donald Trump. When you have a president that is up 62%, well, when you have an ex-president that's up 62%, And the man that is now in charge is polling at 39. I give or take some numbers either way. But either way, the Democrats are going to try to inflate the numbers. Well, hell, they can only inflate so much to get up to 39, so it might be down 36, 35. But wow. See, a lot of people ain't paying attention to that. Y'all notice CNN? They throwing Joe under the bus. And you know what they doing? They not even touching the crime. They just trying to focus on his age. You see how they just want to overlook all, but we already know. Either way, they say Joe gotta go. Joe. Either way, your people getting rid of you, bro. They throwing you to the wolves. And you know what's gonna happen, Joe? They gonna leave your ass out there to dry all by yourself to deal with Mr. Trumpy Trump man. Oh yeah. So that old memory you got, you better start remembering some names to give up to somebody to give up. But then again, Joe's figure, shit, I made it 4, I made it 5. There ain't nothing much more you can do to me. He might take everything to the grave.
Trump's going to prove that he won. And then they're going to have to instate him in his proper position. And then everything that Biden, every executive order, whatever, everything Biden's signature is on becomes null and void. We revert back to a Trump administration.
Well, whether we gotta wait for election time or whether we got to, I don't think it's not gonna happen before election time. They see, at the end of the day, and I'm starting to see where the politicians are. Comer, big props, bro. I understand what you're doing. See, once you understand the game, and Comer's been telling us the game for a long time. Comer said, shit, me and my people, we can't do nothing but show you. We can't do nothing but show you. Because America belongs to the people. Comer and them could never do nothing until they had the backing of the American people. So that's all this has been in the... And see, they knew this. They knew this. Everybody was like, impeach, do it. No, we got to make sure we have the weight of the American people behind us. And if you pay attention, the scales have gradually gone in their way when it comes to the American people, which counts. Because, see, the Democrats fail to forget. They try to let everything be judged in front of the court of public opinion. And now it has come back to bite them in the ass. They use this same strategy to get millions of people to hate Donald Trump through public opinion, and now it has come back to bite them in the ass. The same people they manipulated to get to hate Trump have now seen they've been lied to, duped, bamboozled, and they don't take it kindly. They don't take it kindly. Did y'all see opening night of the NFL? Y'all notice I got my Seahawk on today. But did y'all see opening night? Did you see what happened? If you didn't see what happened, let me explain to you what happened. So, the teams come out on the field. And for the first time ever, they had people stand up and they sang the Black National Anthem. And you might say, well, Ray, what's wrong with that? You black, why wouldn't you want them to sing the Black National Anthem? No, that's not the point. After they sung the Black National Anthem, the players proceeded to go into the locker room. And then everybody is looking around in disbelief, because guess what's missing in this scenario? The American National Anthem. It took for that crowd to boo for a half hour for them to decide to play the national anthem of America. NFL's gone woke. That was not the statement that the NFL wanted to make. If you wanted to make a statement where you're trying to be more inclusive, understandable. But when you purposely, and it's obvious that you're trying to isolate and somehow replace the national anthem with the Black national anthem, what are you saying? You are taking race division to the highest level, because you're basically now telling white America, well, guess what? You're ostracized. No, you don't do that. If you want to be inclusive, you be inclusive. So, if you go on Twitter, that's probably the only place you're going to find it right now, because it's a hot topic. But that's what happened. What do you think about that, Mama Mona?
You know, there's a lot happening and in the world, and I know that we're probably headed to war of some sort, be that a digital war or a physical war. What I know is that if we do not come together, we cannot organize on social media. We've got to come together. That is the whole reason I put on this huge 9-day event, is in order to bring people together. The reason I'm having a big Battle of the Bands event, I've got 20,000 seats open to the public. The hope is that we get you out to the event so that you can meet other like-minded people and exchange information, because that's what it's going to take. You can't organize 1 million people to stand up or 2 million people to stand up if you ain't got contact with them, if you don't know them, if you don't have a way to email or show them a date in which America stands up. But we can't organize America to stand up if we don't come together in a like-minded fashion. It takes people actually getting on their feet and doing something. But they don't know what to do. They don't know where, when, or how. And we can't organize that until we can get enough people together to share information, so that we can start sharing information out around the United States and around the world to make change. We can sit here and talk about change all day long. We can wish for change and we can pray for change. But nothing's going to change till we mass up and stand up. That's the key to everything. I mean, right now we should have 1 million people on the streets screaming impeachment. We all want it. We all thrive to get this taken care of. We know that impeaching both president and vice president could be a move in the right direction. But until people stand up and demand a change, nothing's going to change. I'm working very hard to get this event to be something that's going to draw the public, not just our ragtag group of convoy people who really stood up and would like to continue to stand up. It's going to take masses of people. And I know during Veterans Week in Branson, we have a minimum of 250,000 like-minded people that are going, how can I help? How can I be a part? But they haven't been able to communicate. They've
Right.
censored us, okay? They banned us, they blocked us. Anytime we try to do something, it's taken down. So the only way to do that is in person. And so in the heart of America, we put on a big reunion. Let's bring all these patriots, all these people that stood on them overpasses, flying flags and supporting us. Those people need to show up. Get you a motel room if you don't want to camp out in the cold and relive Hagerstown.
Right.
But come out and support us. That's why we opened our event up to the public. That's why we're offering it free to vets and only a $20 fee to come in. $30 if you want to do 2 days, $50 and come every day of the whole 8 days. 9 days, 8 nights. Okay. I mean, the vending cost is so cheap. You know that. Where
Right.
can you get a booth? Okay, with an advertised event for 8 full days for $150. And that money's just literally going to hopefully cover the cost of doing this. I mean, we've got a big theater, and the only thing the owner has asked of the theater is that we let vets in free to use his theater and have to pay his light and sound man. The light and sound man's $500 for the event, for that big 2 shows and speakers at the Freedom Encounter Theater. But the big event, the festival, I realize it's November, it's outdoors. But it's also Christmas time when people are starting to buy crafts and things that people sell at these events. Your t-shirts, things like that are always, it's Christmas time. It's a time to come out and buy gifts. It's a time to get together. That's the reason for the slogan, banding together.
So how far are you with the process?
I am, my Battle of the Bands is going to be hosted by the band known as Black Note. But Black Note is requiring, before they will take on the hosting job, they're requiring a deposit of $900 to be paid by October 1st. And then the total cost comes to $4,500 for 6 bands to play from 11 in the morning until 10 at night. Okay? To make the event really big enough that we can fill all the seats in the amphitheater. So we can have people see what we do, talk with us. I mean, there's nothing better than a one-on-one conversation that takes place when you're in a large event area. And we're going to have a lot of things going on because we want to keep people coming back every day. We want new people to come in. We want them to come over to the information booth, find out, sign the petitions. to impeach. Give us your email address. Allow us information to be able to contact you. That's a big deal. We're going to have like a lip sync contest. We're going to have the National Olympics. We're going to have a talent show. We've got a special concert going on the 6th. We have a concert that right now as Daniel Keaton, who was a tenor for the Ball Knobbers. And then we've got our favorite guy, Mr. Steve Spurgeon. And I'm praying everybody, if anybody knows how to get this done, I'm working very hard to get Mr. Anthony, Oliver Anthony, to come to our event and be part of that 6th concert.
Okay.
Take the stage, because it's a draw. The whole idea is to draw all the people that's in Branson for Veterans Week, to get them to make the 30-minute drive to Lampe and come out to our event and enjoy the festivities. But number one, band together. That's a big deal. No matter whether you're on the right or you're on the left and down the center, it doesn't matter. If we do not stand up as a people, we are going to lose the country we love so much.
And you are right about that. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the next topic. Remind them again of them dates. Remind them of them dates once again.
Okay, we start set up for vendors and campers is on the 4th of November. The 5th is the Battle of the Bands. And we have a whole event. You can go to Convoy of Honor and you will be seeing all the new lists of the itinerary and, of course, volunteer lists and needs lists, because we hope to feed everybody. So we need that, but you can go on right now. If all you want to do is come to the Battle of the Bands on the 5th, you can go to Bug Tussling on the Cash App, $ Bug Tussling, and you can pre-purchase your tickets. If you do that, it's $20 for the Battle of the Bands. And I don't know where you can get a music entertainment from 11 o'clock in the morning until 10 p.m. at night for $20. But if you buy it now, you get it for $20. If you have to wait and buy it at the gate, it's $25. Except vets. Vets are free. It is Vet Week, and vets are free. We love our vets, and we want our vets. When the push comes to shove, vets are trained.
You got that right.
Our taxpayer dollars trained them. And it's those kind of people we need standing up with us in mass.
Well, I pray that you have a good turnout this year. This will be the 2nd annual?
Yes.
Okay. So.
And the big Patriot Parade. Guys, let's totally block all the streets in Branson and drive around proud and loud. Anybody is welcome to get in our car Congo line. You know how you Congo on New Year's Eve, in a bar or something, everybody gets together and marches around together. Mm-hmm. And you just join in. As you pass the table, somebody joins in. Well, you can do that, except ours isn't walking, it's riding. And we got 2 rules. Only 2. Honk a horn and fly a flag. That's it. Join in, follow the flag in front of you, and honk your horn and scream freedom and fly your flag. It's easy, it's fun. It really is fun. If you've never been in a convoy, driving through a city, honking your horn and flying your flag and having people come out on their porch or stand on overpasses, you have no idea how great a feeling it was to drive under a full overpass full of people waving flags and screaming freedom. That was just absolutely amazing. It raised the hair on the back of your neck and made you fill up with pride. And that's what we've got to bring back. We kind of swayed from that because all the devil was fighting us, okay?
That's true.
Greatness. He was dividing us. He was doing everything he could to break up, to unbond us. We were bonded in Hagerstown. All of
But
it.
he's not going to win. He's not going to win. Devil's not going to win.
No, and we've got to fight him. And I just need folks, if you're going to come camp with us, right now my most important worry is I've got to come up with $900 to pay to make sure the Battle of the Bands kicks off the event. That's not a big expense when how many people have to prepay for their campsite or their vending space to cover $900?
Well, let's pray and hope everything will work out, and look forward to a great time.
Well, I gotta go. There's a Shepherd of the Hills is having a big craft festival today, and
Okay.
I gotta go collect more vendors.
Well, Mama love you. Mama Mona, Patriot Nation loves you. You're always welcome here in the lab. You already know that. It's great speaking with you. It's been a minute, but it's always a pleasure and an honor every time I get to speak with you.
I love you, and don't forget, I need this on a hat. Baby
What?
doll, everybody loves this hat.
Got you.
Okay? I love my country, but I don't trust my government.
Amen to that on that note.
And it's not political.
Nope, it's the actual and factual.
Amen. I love you, Ray.
Love you, Mama Mona. Take care of yourself.
Can't wait to put my arms around you in November.
All right, dear. You take care of yourself.
You too.
All right, so people, Patriots, mark the date. Branson, Missouri, November 2023, second annual. Make sure you make your way on out there. Go to Mona on Facebook or Mud Slugler. You already know where to find it. But we're going to get into this next video. It's a shame that we're dealing with such elder abuse within our political system. And it's happened again. I'll explain after this clip.
Last week in Northern Kentucky, McConnell failed to answer a reporter's question and instead stared off without speaking for close to 30 seconds. Tuesday, his office shared a letter from Dr. Brian Monahan saying McConnell has had an MRI, EEG, and a comprehensive neurology assessment. The doctor said there are no signs of seizures, stroke, or neurological disorder. Yesterday, the 81-year-old senator spoke on the Senate floor.
Now, one particular moment of my time back home has received its fair share of attention in the press over the past week. But I assure you, August was a busy and productive month for me and my staff.
McConnell has said he feels fine following the episode.
Our prayers go out to Mitch McConnell. We don't want bad on anybody. But listen, there comes a time you just have to face the facts. It's elderly abuse. And not just with Mitch McConnell. You got people like Joe Biden, Dianne Feinstein, oh boy that wears the hoodie up there, up in, where is he, Michigan, Pennsylvania, the hoodie guy, him. So the only question that I asked myself throughout the process, I can clearly see that these individuals aren't capable of stacking blocks. So who is really doing their job? Is it the staffers? Or is it the bureaucrats? Because one thing is obvious. It's not them. It's not them. None of them have shown that they have the mental capacity to fill the role that they filled. You know, it's baffling to me how you can allow your loved ones to be weaved and manipulated and maneuvered in such a way. It's sad, actually. So are the staffers and the bureaucrats the one that's really running the show? Because it's not the people in the position. Y'all remember, y'all seen the clip in Feinstein when her staffer had to lean over to her and just say yes. Just say yes. Who's calling those shots? Or who? Yeah, who's calling those shots? Obviously, the staffers know what answers to give. So they're just perched inside their brains knowing what to say. No, people know. People know. And I'll say again, it is sad to see what they're doing. I'm going to show you a clip of Joe Biden. I know y'all seen the latest one. And this just goes to show once again to the level of what's the word I'm looking for? Incompetence that these people have. Watch this level of disrespect. And I know you old and you can't do much, but damn it, this is not how you conduct a meeting. My man takes a beeline. He took a beeline up out of there. Now you stand around. Watch how everybody looking. Where are you going? You see everybody just looking at him? Look on her face. And he's standing there all by himself. Look. If it's gotten to the point where Joe Biden can't stand up for a half hour anymore, has it gotten to the point where he just has to take a nap every 3 hours now? How embarrassing of a moment. Now, it ain't embarrassing for Joe, because he don't know what he doing. But the look that it gives to Joe is embarrassing. He don't realize what he's doing. So to him, it's not embarrassing. Joe was thinking about ice cream. That's what Joe was. Joe said, yo, they got my chocolate ice cream in the back. My chocolate chip, whatever he liked. And Joe was thinking about that ice cream. Because you know when you start getting old, your mind reverts back like a kid. You know when you get all excited when you know something somewhere and you just can't wait to get to it. That's Joe. Joe couldn't wait to get to that ice cream. It's crazy. He just dodged out on my boy. No questions. But you see people were looking at him like crazy. People looking at him like crazy. Y'all remember when I said that Joe Biden, if in 20 years, 15 years, whatever, he's going to go down as one of the most corrupt, the most corrupt president in history. Really, that we know of. He really is. Let me. You watch these shows, or the mainstream media. Like I said, they're trying to throw Joe under the bus, but they're trying to use his health. Well, his health. I got a top 10 list. I got a top 10 list for why Joe Biden should be fired. Yes. And his health is somewhere in the top 5. But Joe, This man and his family has done some of the most dirtiest shit in presidential history. And they say we have no evidence. They keep telling their people we have no evidence. But Joe, it's only going to take one time. When you have documents, now I'm not talking assumptions. I'm not talking woulda, coulda, shouldas. I'm talking receipts, bank records, documents, laptop, WhatsApp messages, other alias emails, whistleblowers, people like Bobolinsky and other business partners come forward. When you have the prosecutor in Ukraine coming forward. All of this isn't circumstantial evidence. All of this is actual and factual evidence. Oh, let's not forget about the meetings. But the most important thing is, let's not forget in the beginning, when Joe Biden denied all of this. So he basically lied on every level. And continues. I tell you, that's what happens when they think they've won. You hear Hoodie Guy, he's talking about, oh yeah, go ahead and I dare you. I'd like to see you do it. You don't have the evidence. Oh, bro, Comer and them have the receipts. And see, I'm so glad I finally understand what Comer and them was talking about, like I was telling Mama Mona. It wasn't them that were going to do anything about this. It's the American people. And it's being shown that the American people said enough is enough is enough. So, I'm getting ready to head out the door. But before I head out the door, I'm going to show a little clip. Because this clip has been really, really interesting for a lot of people. Let me see if I can get it up here or if they took it down. Let me see if I can get it.
You're just a guy who's in town for the night, and it sounds like you're...
Okay, hold on. I got it. I got it. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and get this. Let me go ahead. And then I'll talk about it.
looking to party.
Yeah, pulled up in a bar outside, and there's this guy that's introduced to me as Barack Obama. I had given Barack $250 to pay for coke. I start putting a line on a CD tray to snort, and next thing I know, he's got a little pipe and he's smoking. So I just started rubbing my hand along his thigh to see where it was going, and it went the direction I had intended it to go.
Even though you had sex with him twice, you did cocaine with him, watched him smoke crack twice, you had no idea who he was.
I had no idea who he was.
Let me just ask the obvious question. What was Obama like on crack? Is it your sense that that's who Obama is, just transactional, or that he's bisexual, or like what is this?
It definitely wasn't Barack's first time, and I would almost be willing to bet you it wasn't as long.
The guy's running for president, and credible information comes out that he's smoking crack and having sex with dudes. That seems like a story.
Well, it would be a story if the media really cared about telling people the truth.
Okay. Don't do it, Ray. You know I gotta do it. Let me get my goods. Eddie Dibble, Linda Morell, Wendy Lee, Shannon Klein, Merrill Johnson, Nana Schultz, Tammy Pereira, Becky Kimball, Josh Gamble, my brother Garrick Halen up in Canada, Rambling Rick. What's good, peeps? Yo. So, y'all seen the clip. Now I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. Really, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it 100. The best I can do. That man, to me, in my opinion, is telling the truth. He ain't miss a beat. He ain't skip a word. And he's been saying this same shit since 2008, 2007. Now, I already know he gay because I already see his mannerisms. So I already know he gay, but that's cool, though. That's cool. I'm good with that. But the authenticity, the genuineness, the realness that comes off of Larry in that sit down with Tucker, in my opinion, he's got it flowing like milk and butter and honey, man. Smooth. That's what happens when you can just talk off of memory. You don't have to make nothing up, so there's nothing to get caught up in. Just tell it like it happened and let it flow out as you remember it. People ain't got to believe it. But boy, you sound convincing to me, Mr. Larry. Now, don't get me wrong. If Barack was or is, that's his business. This is just a story to me. This is just a story to me. I don't care if we had a gay black president sitting up in the White House. That don't matter to me. What mattered to me is what he did to the country. But now I don't know, but I don't know. Is that why he did so many things for the letter community, for the alphabet people? I'm just saying, it's just conversation. Got to give my 2 cents. Got to get in where I fit in. Don't get mad at the messenger. But like I said, I just got restricted again, so I will not be sharing any content. So if you got this content, please share it, like, share, and subscribe. Facebook has done it to your boy again, so the groups that I belong to will not be getting these unless other people will please share them, because it looks like they have me down, locked up until the 18th. Restricted. For what? For what? But you know what? I was telling y'all about my man King Blitz. It happens, man. When they see you getting too close and seeing you start to inform too many people of too many things that's going on, they have a way of putting a stop and a cease, assist and a cease to it. They really do. But it's the fight that we have to fight. It's the fight that we have to fight. So it comes to find out that there was some money that was just laying around, I guess. Some money that they didn't account for, and it was somewhere like $1 billion. $1 billion. They already sent Ukraine $42 billion. Now listen, check this out. They sent Ukraine $42 billion. That's billion with a B. Joe's asking to send Ukraine another $1 billion. But there's a problem. There hasn't been nothing done with the first $42 billion. So where's the money going? Where's the money going? You know what we call that? Stacking. Joe stacking bees. And you just happen to find another $1 billion and you ready to throw it to Ukraine? What about the people in Maui? You don't think the residents of Maui can use $1 billion right now, Joe? What's wrong with this picture? See, that's why I say I try not to judge things on people's actions, because we all, can get different things out of what people do. I try to judge them on the reactions. And it goes back to the same thing. They just seem like they don't give a damn. Why is that? Why is that? So you gave Ukraine $42 billion that they haven't even spent yet, and you want to send them another $1 billion. These ain't pennies we talking about, bruh. And the thing is, y'all said that this $1 billion was just laying around. Y'all didn't even know it was extra, so y'all decided, well, shit, this shit just laying around. We might as well send it to them too. Send it to Maui. Why won't you? Why won't you send it to Maui? That's a question that a lot of people are asking themselves right now. Y'all heard BJ Penn say it? The governor talking about letting the state take it over before outside entities take it over. Sounds like a land grab. If the state's just going to take over people's property, I mean, what other terms can you put it in? Talking about, and this is the thing, talking about they'll relocate them for the same value and equity or whatever of their house in another part of Hawaii. How convenient. How convenient. But we're going to have to sit back and see how it plays out. How come we don't have 500 National Guard down there? How come people are still having to rely on family and friends for resources? Where's the compassion? Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. When you see tragedies like this, and we're the richest country, I believe, still, and have the most resources, and a tragedy like that has happened, and you see no compassion from leadership. Those residents are supposed to be praising their local leaderships right now. But you heard BJ Penn, they somehow turn it around on the residents as if, how dare you ask this question? How dare you be mad because I told you we have no answers for you and we'll see. Those are the people that haven't lost nothing, that can talk like that. Are we just going to let Maui go unnoticed into what they're trying to do? Because that's what's happening right now. That is what's happening. I don't understand it. They have no news coverage. They're not interviewing no parents that have lost kids or that are waiting to hear what has happened with their loved ones. They're not, it's like a blackout. Why is that? I don't know. When you're dealing with the devil, when you're dancing with the devil, everything is unpredictable. You don't know what the hell they're thinking or why they do what they do. The only thing you do know is the shit ain't right. And that's the actual and factual. I appreciate everybody for tuning in this Friday. I might be back tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So, yo, I'm still locked down. So, I'm not going to get the views I need to be getting on all my platforms. So, y'all make sure y'all share. Appreciate the love. Until next time, in between time, deuces. This is your guy. I am out. Peace.